I don't think that we should exaggerate the impact of behavior economics, but it certainly has made a lot of progress. That is, 25 years ago, it was not obvious. Let me count. About 25 years ago, I was teaching at Berkeley. Almost 30 years ago, I was teaching at Berkeley with a well-known economist, George Akerlof, who also got a Nobel Prize the year before I did, I think. And we were teaching a course together. And he was advising, this was a course for doctoral students, and he was telling his students, all this material is very interesting, but you should be very careful not to make a career of it, because you will ruin your career if you do this. And that was less than 30 years ago. And now it's the most popular topic, I think, at Harvard in the graduate program and at Berkeley, and you have several Clark medalists, and you have the president of the Economic Association. So clearly it is now establishment, but it wasn't 25 years ago. So it's been a very rapid development. I think it's important to realize ahead of time that this is going to happen. I mean, so the worst thing, I think, that can happen is for people to be surprised because they assume that it's not going to happen, and then the general principle that you have to focus on the resistance, on looking for ways of reducing the resistance, that is a general psychological principle. It doesn't come from loss aversion, but it fits very well with loss aversion. But sometimes it's impossible. Sometimes people must lose, and then you must force them to lose. So there is no general rule about what you can do, but knowing ahead of time that this is going to happen and trying to minimize the abruptness of the loss, and even trying to show understanding to the losers. All these are generally good things. You could imagine that people would know the probabilities and would decide to take the risk because the benefits outweigh the risks. So, gamblers know that they're gambling. What is interesting is that in many domains of life, people gamble and they don't know that they're gambling. So that is optimistic overconfidence. And it causes people to take risks that they might not take if they admitted what the risks are. So people deny the risks. This is what we find.